What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie and Point. It's fascinating movie stuff where we just take stories if I find fascinating or interesting or unique or insane and break them down and talk about them. As always, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. Check out the notification button. Click that if you want to watch any more of my videos or get notified by any more of my videos. And comment on any video that you see below. Yeah, so like I said, this series of movies or videos, whatever you want to call them, it's just stuff I find fascinating or unique. There was the Pixar thing that I found pretty cool, so I talked about it. And this is one of those stories you really cannot not talk about because we all saw Avengers Endgame this weekend. We know it was going to be huge, but how huge do we think it was going to be? That was the question running into the weekend. Well, the first day happened, and the movie made on Thursday previews made $60 million. That's insane, but it's not super insane because Force Awakens made $57 million, but because of all the theaters that Avengers Endgame was adding, and the amount of showing is because of how long the movie was. Some theaters were staying up for 72 hours. It was projected to make $270 million. What nobody did project is that the movie was going to do this: $350 million in the U.S. alone. Wow, guys, think about that. That is insane, and $1.2 billion globally. So let's put that in perspective. Force Awakens came out and about, was it 2012, 2015? It made $247 million in this first weekend, which is insanely impressive. And it made probably $600 globally, which is insane if you think about it. But when Captain Marvel first came out this year, it made, I think, 100 and, let me double check. It was 100 and something. It made 155 its first weekend, so it made a lot of money. Avengers Infinity War last year made $250 million and it had like a 700 global take. So that was, we thought that was going to be insane. And some people out there in the ether were talking about how the Avengers Endgame was going to make more money, and we all agreed it probably was. But $350 million for an opening weekend and $1.2 billion globally is insane. Most movies don't make that much money, period. This movie is going to make a lot of money as we projected, but it's crazy to think $350 million. I mean, that's just like, wow. I mean, let's go to the actual box office here for Box Office Mojo. The other is from Hollywood Reporter. We'll get into that in a second. But Avengers Endgame, $350 million. Then you get to Captain Marvel, $8 million. And everything's always front loaded in its first weekend, especially if something's gonna be big like this. But $8 million. So there's like what $342 million difference here. Then you have the Curse of La Llorona made $7 million. Breakthrough made $6. Shazam made $5. Little made $3. Dumbo made $3. Blah blah blah, so on and so forth. The top, let's see, how many movies? This is how crazy Avengers Endgame did. The top 45 movies listed on Box Office Mojo for the weekend made nowhere near close. Made maybe $70 million its first weekend. Or, I mean, in its weekend, compared to $350 million for Avengers Endgame. And, when you watch stuff like this, you think, oh, well, it's corporate greed. Disney's going to make a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. Guys, this is the end of an era for a franchise. It's the end of a culmination of a series. So I give a lot of credit, a lot of appreciation for Kevin Feige and the crew for what they did, because this this money, the money in the long run, it doesn't really matter to any of us. No, but this just proves that just the the world in general really wanted to see these movies, really wanted to see this movie, and really showed that they cared about this property. And yes, it was a hype machine. Yes, it was, something everybody wanted. But it's such a good feeling to know that these movies, however much they make, are just appreciated worldwide. And I'm sure Kevin Feige, he's used to his movies making a lot of money, but this just confirms, that Marvel is just such a special property and a special thing. And it's a good thing. It's a real good thing, and it's a real, interesting thing. And I don't know, I it's one of those things that I wish I could make a movie like this, make as much as it made in the theaters, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that a movie like this would make that much money. But I'm gonna go to Hollywood Reporter, which is where the screenshot came from, and just kind of talk about what they wrote. So just flip over to there. The superhero tentpole opened at 350 million in North America and 859 million overseas. 859 million overseas for a stunning global bow of 1.2 billion. To say Avengers Endgame made history in its box office bow is an understatement. The superhero tentpole opened at $350 million in America and 859 million global. All records. It basically broke all records and then some for yet another victory for Disney and Marvel. Furthermore, weekend revenue for all films domestically clocked in at more than $397 million in an unprecedented sum. Until now, the most ever collected in one weekend was $314 million. That shows you how insane this type of number is. Endgame sets a new threshold for just how much the market can expand, as well as kick off the summer season in high style, following a tough winter and early spring. Let's see, let's go down. Endgame grossed $156.7 million on Friday in North America. Another stat for the history. The crown for biggest single opening was Star Wars The Force Awakens with $119 million. Disney distribution team made up for the Endgame's lengthy 3-hour runtime by unfurling the tentpole in 4,662 theaters. That's a lot of theaters, by the way, because most big budget movies will have 4 plus, but this is almost 5,000 theaters, so that's pretty crazy to think about. AMC offered more than 60,000 theaters, an all-time high that beats Black Panther. Yeah, I have a couple friends who worked at the theater, and they were telling me how crazy Black Panther was. The 60,000 screens, that's a lot of screens. The mega circuit is also reporting record Friday and Saturday attendance, as well as record concession sales of $28 million. Holy crap. That's why AMC has their A list, just for that reason. And IMAX theaters around the world turned in a record $91.5 million. I'm just going to go down here. See, the pick, which began rolling out Wednesday, finished Friday with a 3-day foreign tally of $478 million. $478 million in its first day or so is insane. Endgame's halo effect even boosted fellow MCU tentpole Captain Marvel. Yeah, if you watched the Box Office Mojo like I did, Captain Marvel shot to number 1 throughout the week just because of the Avengers Endgame. People catching up, trying to get this movie in flux for its release of Endgame. But yeah, the Captain Marvel's at $413 million, which is really impressive. It hit $1 billion, but not as. This is the quickest any movie's hit $1 billion. But just to show you kind of what Avengers Endgame did, I'll go back to Box Office Mojo. So the estimates, this is gonna fluctuate by Monday, which the actuals will come out. But $350 million is the estimated. But it's usually between $10 and $15 million either way. So, that's like the difference. They usually it's not really that bad, but it'll probably do between 348 and maybe 360. Who knows? But yeah. So $350 million, $850 million worldwide. Let's go to daily just to kind of show you how crazy this is. So $100 million opening day is not really uncommon for movies. $156 million is a lot of money, but the second day, $109 million, that's uncommon. You don't see a lot of second day grosses make that much. Usually that's the first day, and then it'll shoot down to 80 or 70, million, or if it's a big budget movie, or it's always going to go down 30 to 40%. But it went down 30%, then went down 22% because Sunday's usually a quieter day. But it made $84 million on a Sunday. That's a lot. This is why it made $350 million, because everybody went to see it Thursday and Friday. That's what the $156 million gross is. And then everybody once again went to see it Saturday for $109 million, and once again made $84 million the next day, today, which is Sunday. Yeah, so that's insane. And my predictions is this movie's going to drop 60%, which most big budget movies do. But if you calculate that at 60%, let's say you have 350, and you times that by 0.60. That's actually, it might drop more than that, because they're saying that's $210 million that would make its second weekend. It's going to make over $100 million the second weekend, I almost guarantee you. But what it'll make, who knows? But $350 million is a lot of money. But it deserves it. It's a great movie. I'm going to put up my spoiler review at midnight tonight on Monday, so check that out. But yeah, it's definitely deserve it, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's going to be it. That's it. That's a long video on the box office, but it's something I wanted to talk about, and I was waiting to talk about, because it's such a huge monumental thing. Excuse me. So yeah. Also, just to let you know, I apologize for my background. I'm getting ready to move, so my background hopefully will be different in the future. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out Movie Emporium. I really appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button and the bell at the top. Find out what's coming next for Movie Emporium. Also, check out these 2 videos. They're amazing. I think they're awesome. I think you'll enjoy them too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.